Well, our moms think we're funny.
Alright, hey everyone, I'm Acomi.
Hey everybody, this is Turk182.
With us, a special guest.
Zuld. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
There you go, there you go.
Now, let's think of the 5 who would make the best drinking buddies in a bar.
Ooh.
Well, obviously Wolverine would be one of them.
Yeah, Wolverine would definitely be one of them. Would you?
Here you go. Here's the guy. Oh, actually, I'm going to turn it up so you guys can hear it.
Okay. I love it.
I'd be kind of pissed off if I came home and there were bricks missing off my house because he did that shit and just starts pulling stuff from everywhere.
Which cartoon is this?
It's something from the 80s.
Old Hanna-Barbera?
It's on Boomerang on this YouTube clip, so
Probably.
it has to be Hanna-Barbera.
See, I watched the other one that came out after that with the Silver Surfer and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember any Fantastic Four before that.
Conan, the Hanna-Barbarian.
So, good drinking buddies. Yeah, Wolverine. Except, Wolverine seems like drinking kind of brings out a foul mood in him, even more so than usual.
Oh, let's kick Wolverine out, put Sabretooth in instead.
Oh, great.
I was going to say Lobo.
Lobo's a good one. Wolverine technically killed Lobo once.
Technically,
no.
I don't
know.
I don't accept the results of that.
Thank you.
Well, that was all from a pool, Who do you want to win, Lobo or Wolverine?
Yeah.
Viewer's choice.
Yeah, Lobo.
And the thing is, I kept sending in ballots, and I just kept saying, kill Jason Todd.
The reason they brought Jason Todd back for the Red Mask? They found out that the old call-in thing was actually rigged by somebody. Someone had like 1 million votes to kill him. There was one guy who put in all those votes to kill him.
Yeah, it was Turk.
Wait, it doesn't really matter. Everyone was happier after you died anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it was rigged or not. Everyone was happier. And now what we've got, I don't know,
Okay.
I
would say Wolverine, Deathstroke, Deadpool.
Deadpool, I feel like Deadpool, as funny as he is, he's one of my favorite characters, I feel like he'd be exhausting to hang out with. And I've said the same thing about Weird Al Yankovic, where it's I admire what the guy does, but he seems like he would be so exhausting to hang out with.
Okay, pause. A Deadpool cartoon, and Deadpool's voiced by Weird Al.
I'd go for it.
I figured you would, but I just want to put that out there.
I would absolutely, back that Kickstarter for
Can we
sure.
throw anime characters into this?
I don't see why not.
Ronan no and Zoro. He's an alcoholic.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Zoro from One Piece, three-sword style guy.
Oh, the guy who, keeps the sword clutched in his teeth? Yeah.
I love One Piece. There's over 1,000 chapters. I love it. I would love for more people to watch it, but I'll never tell anyone to watch it.
I like the art style for it.
And Zuld, tell me, why would you never ask anyone to watch One Piece?
Because do you have 500 hours to spend watching it?
Thank you, because this is exactly why I don't watch more animes, because it's this looks promising, but it's such a daunting task to get into.
I've been watching it since I was 16. I'm now in my 30s.
Nice. Let's see. I'm thinking Howard the Duck wouldn't be too bad of a drinking buddy.
Would be a pretty good drinking buddy.
Yeah, he's pretty chill.
I'm worried that Howard would steal all the women, though.
Yeah, well, that's inevitable anyway. But...
I do, because the guy is nothing but a big, down pillow. Of course he's going to be so soft to lay your head on, just a pet.
Plus, ducks have, 9-inch corkscrew dicks, so...
Oh, God, no.
You haven't...
he's great for opening a bottle of wine, but...
You haven't seen the nature documentary videos on this? You'll be scarred for life.
I really don't watch nature documentaries about, duck dicks. So
Pigs are set up the same way.
Here we go.
What's that?
Pigs are set up the same way.
Oh, God. Not that. I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing. What have we here?
We'll have to cut this out, just because we're stopping that.
Yeah, I'm not going to cut this out.
Oh, is this Mulan?
Oh, is this Mulan?
Yeah, it's a trailer from Mulan.
Okay, yeah.
No,
what you're going to show her, there she is.
She just turned into a bird!
Okay, we have to drop Mushu because it's historically accurate.
We gotta drop Mushu because of that, but we can have this fucking witch bitch in there.
What pissed me off about them dropping the music out of Mulan, this really got me, is, they were saying, oh, we're going to drop this music because, this has to be historically accurate, but the music is integral to the story in the animated
I'll make a man out of you is one of the greatest Disney songs ever.
Oh, man, like, the whole Mulan soundtrack is great.
Yeah, man.
But it's integral to the story because that one song, The World Worth Fighting For, cuts off halfway through. No more music after that. That's part of the development of the story.
Yeah.
And the bastards killed it.
I told you that when I worked at the comic book store like years ago, that the one guy I worked with, he was like in his 30s, and we would have Mulan on constantly. He would walk around singing the song from Mulan, and it was crazy. He loved Mulan. If you can imagine, a 30-something guy, in a wife beater, like jorts, a cowboy hat, and a scruffy beard, walking around singing "Be a Man," or sitting down playing a game of Magic and whipping everybody's ass while singing like "Be a Man."
Turk, if I wanted that, I'd just look in the mirror.
But anyway, so we had a conversation about how what a piece of shit Mulan is, because they don't have Mushu in it, because of all this stuff, and just like I'm like, oh, this makes no.
A fun drinking buddy, Ash from Evil Dead.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
I was going to toss in, even though I've already used them, Sandman again, the Marvel character Sandman, and the Thing.
The Thing would be a great drinking buddy.
Because one of my favorite, and actually Walcraw's favorite issues.
The Thing. I'm thinking Swamp Thing for some reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, or Man Thing. It's like those would be horrible drinking buddies.
Those would both be horrible drinking buddies.
There's two issues of Marvel 2-in-1, where the Sandman goes into a bar. I know it sounds like a joke. Sandman walks into a bar, and the bar calls the Thing. Is like, hey, this guy just came in here, and the Thing shows up, and he ends up sitting next to him. They both are drinking a beer, and the basic Sandman starts telling like his whole life story, how he became the Sandman and this and that, and the Thing kind of tells him his whole life story, and Sandman's like, so you gonna arrest me? Arrest me? He's like, no. It's like, enjoy your drink, and and he just leaves. He's like. Because he's like, I'm trying to get my life straight. I'm trying to do this stuff, but things just never end up working out for him. And they both kind of relay their stories, and then that Thing leaves. And then there's a couple issues later after the annual where Thing gets beaten up by the Champion, and the Thing's in the hospital. All these villains are trying to attack the hospital to finish him off, and all these heroes are outside having this big fight, trying to keep them away. And the Sandman sneaks into the hospital. He goes in through the vents as Sand and shows up there with a 6-pack. And he and the Thing are sitting there in the hospital room drinking beer while all these heroes and villains are fighting outside.
Nice. I've never seen that one. I haven't heard of that one before.
It's so awesome, man. But yeah, so I think Sandman will be an awesome drinking buddy, and so would the Thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Thing's got a great personality just because he's basically just Jack Kirby.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they patterned his speech and everything, was just Jack Kirby.
What do you think about Yoda being a drinking buddy?
No, I think Yoda would be a bad drunk.
I feel like he would try really hard to just foist his opinion on you.
I can just see him doing like little force shit and everything. Like every time you throw a
Cheats
peanut,
at quarters.
Right? You throw a peanut in the air, try to catch it in your mouth, and he would move it away. Be like, oh, come on. Yeah, that's how I see that. I mean, and then
no, I would drink with Solo and Chewbacca.
Like, head 2 sizes big it is this morning. Like,
Trying to think of some other good ones.
Overhung I am. Oh, you got a headache from drinking? No, dick. Like, oh, jeez, Yoda.
Wow. That one came out of left field. I was not expecting that one.
That's what she
I just
said.
kind of took it right, went around the corner. Dick.
Force is strong with this one.
I still like my choice of Ash, though, from the Evil Dead series.
Yeah.
I can see drinking with him and going out for tacos afterwards.
Yep.
He got the chainsaw hand?
Yeah.
I still haven't finished the series.
I haven't seen anything past season 1. I wanted to finish.
I am literally on the last episode of the last season, and I've been on it for like 2.5 years. I don't want to watch it, because once I watch it, it's done.
Yep. So, I mean, this is probably the one that everybody's expecting, but, I mean, he's so charismatic and likable. MCU Thor would make a great drinking buddy.
I don't know, Ultimate Thor, he's a hippie, but he's a big drinker.
Oh, see, man. Who else would be a really good drinking buddy?
Stan Lee.
You know,
I can see that.
Superman.
I don't really think of Superman as a drinker, though.
No. But he's the perfect designated driver. So I can get as fucked up as I want.
Well, just tonic and lemon for me.
I would be afraid to drink with Thanos.
Yeah, I would see that.
Thanos, I can see, like... Thanos is like the equivalent of that college guy who, when he has too much to drink, he just starts, like, spouting off about, like, Atlas Shrugged in the Communist Manifesto. And it's like, nobody wants to hear your fucking opinion, Trevor. That kind of thing.
Now you know who would be a horrible drinking buddy? Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, all right there, soldier, I think you've had enough. I'm like, jeez whiz.
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
It's like, you fought in a war so I could drink like this, Cap.
How do you feel about Hawkeye as a drinking buddy?
Oh, I know Turk would go for that.
Well, no, because Hawkeye's too much of a Mac. So you would be getting drunk, and he would be hitting on all the women that you should be getting because, you know...
MCU version, he's married, so he can't do that.
He might be a pretty good wingman, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I can see that. Iron Man.
No!
No.
Yeah, no, he's a crippling alcoholic. He has access to all the really good hooch.
No, wait. So, are you saying he'd be a great drinking buddy, or he wouldn't be a great...
Yeah, he'd be a great drinking buddy.
No, because he would just drink it all himself and just put us in a weird situations.
And then he tried to, like, do some fancy shit in his suit. No, watch this. I did it the other day. Oh, sorry, Jarvis. Like, oh, wait. I think I got something I can throw up in this thing. No, that's the parachute. There's the roller skates. I still got the roller skates in this thing. He's like, I think my boots are filled.
I'd do it at least once just because it's Tony Stark.
How about Etrigan as a drinking buddy?
That could be interesting.
Nope.
You would never lose a bar fight.
But also, Etrigan, there's nothing on this planet that would be strong enough for him. And so, like, wherever he took you for a drink,
it would kill you instantly.
Yeah.
Colossus? I don't like vodka that much.
No, Colossus is too much of a lightweight. He can't hold his shit.
Okay.
But he's such a nice guy.
Oh, Cyclops would be the worst.
God, no.
Cyclops would be the worst.
God, no.
I can't even think of one of redeeming quality for Cyclops in the last few years, even in the comic books.
He died.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But didn't Emma Frost fake he was still alive to make something worth something?
Yeah, X-Men.
So that was kind of jaded too.
Yeah, like was it the Death of X or whatever? Where it was kind of that whole thing was I'm reading through it. I'm like, okay, come on, where are we getting to here? Like, what is going on? And then you get to the ending, which was like, it was kind of interesting and kind of, but then it was just weird. It was like, she's like, yeah, no, he was dead the whole time. Like, he died the moment he came in here. Like, he died. He never made it to, like, what he was trying to get to. It was like, he just died. I just manipulating you guys this whole time. I'm like, oh, hey, thanks. Remember how people kept calling you a bitch and he said that you weren't, right? No. Now you have nobody on your team. You know.
All right.
Oh, the absolute perfect drinking buddies. Power Pack. Because they're young kids with powers and they can't hold their liquor, right? And that would just be like the funny I know you're not supposed to get kids drunk. Right? I'm just saying, if they did, it would be hilarious.
How would Luke Cage be for a drinking buddy?
I think he could really, really hold his shit.
I think so.
Philip J. Fry. The Futurama's been a few comic books.
Yeah.
Bender. No, he's still my shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, plus, I mean, Bender runs on alcohol, so it would just be like overeating.
Yeah, over drinking. Oh, I don't know, because he technically gets drunk when he doesn't drink.
Right. Because then he gets rust all over his face. Yeah, Iron Fist would be kind of cool, though. Because you get him drunk. You get him drunk, and you just see what he could punch through. It's like, can you punch through this? Can you punch through this? That would be funny.
Which Muppet would you want to get drunk with?
Oh, man.
Sweetums.
Sweetums?
Yeah.
I'd have to pick Louis the Shrimp.
Louis the Shrimp is cool.
See, I was thinking either Louis or Ratso, because you know when they get drunk, like you would end up like hearing like some really good stories, and then they would be like let's go to our old stomping grounds. You really just get deep into shit with them.
So I was thinking Gonzo for a minute, but Gonzo might get a little too weird.
Yeah.
Okay, You know, what would be like a really cool drinking buddy, right? Like, so we're talking about drinking buddies if you really want to like just party down, right? But who would be like a really cool drinking buddy if like you just want like a nice drinking buddy? Like, I had a bad week. Rolf
Rolf,
would be perfect to sit down and just drink with and just be like, dude, man, this week fucking sucks.
Ross, play me that song you know I like.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. I can't remember what movie that's from.
Rolf is like the only Muppet who actually has accomplished his goals and is like good at what he does. He's the only one who really has the shtick of being an amazing
musician
piano player. Yeah, and like everybody else is just kind of a sham who wants to be something but they're not.
Did you watch the Muppet series that came out like for the sitcom series where they were doing the Late Show for Piggy?
Yeah, I was telling you about that.
That was such a cool show. I was upset when it got canceled.
Thank you. I don't know anybody else has seen it except for me, and I thought it was funny as hell.
Oh, dude, it was so funny. That's actually what made me think of the whole entire which Muppet would you want to get drunk with.
You know who I think would be awesome to get drunk with? Would be Bunsen and Beaker. Because as Bunsen gets drunk, he would just have these wild ass, like, you know, like Doc from Back to the Future, like ideas, and then Beaker would be right there to just test them all out on.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
How would you slur the meeps?
Yeah, I don't know. He would probably like she'd talk normal. He'd be like, I don't want to do this.
I definitely don't want to drink with Miss Piggy because I think I might get taken advantage of.
Yeah, no. She's not trustworthy.
Or she beat the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Or both.
Probably both.
Oh man, yeah. I think the worst thing than probably getting drunk and having sex with Miss Piggy would be waking up the next morning and knowing that you had sex with Miss Piggy.
Would that be a Coyote Ugly moment where you have to chew off your own arm to get away?
You know, I kind of feel like, and I'm not exactly sure, but I'm kind of feeling like Miss Piggy might be a moped. You know?
Might be a moped.
Yeah.
Fun to ride as long as your friends don't see.
There you go. I kind of feel like she'd be kind of a moped.
I mean, Long John Silver seemed to think so.
Well, you know she's got warts.
No, I could have... it would have cost you nothing to not tell me that, so...
Well, that's a frog joke.
Gotcha. Okay.
I got it.
No, I was still thinking about Muppet Treasure Island and that whole line where she calls him Long John.
Oh, in that case, Tim Curry, best Muppet to get drunk with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Who would you rather get drunk with, Eddie Izzard or Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Yeah.
Definitely Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Who else would be fun to get? Firestar, but... No.
So certain people you have to look out for, like we said Wolverine, but honestly, Wolverine and Lobo, like you'd be the one getting drunk. They would just be
perpetual in their constant drunkenness already.
Right, because it's actually in it's in one of the X-Men X-Men annuals where Wolverine comes home drunk. And they're like, Wolverine, you're drunk. He's like, I can't get drunk. It's like, it takes so much alcohol just to get me to this point. And then, like, my healing factor is always taking care. Like, my buzz lasts for, like, all of a couple seconds before it's gone. So,
wow.
But Cyborg, like, that's not gonna, he's just gonna metastasize. He's gonna take that stuff and turn it into energy and be like, here we go. Yep. I'm back and running again.
I would say Professor Hulk, but yet again, you run into that issue of them not being able to get drunk.
Yep.
Yeah. So like certain people you have to look out for, like they
Professor X.
No, because he would just make you think, like, you wouldn't even be drinking at all. He would just make you think that you were getting drunk this whole time.
Oh, he would make you think that he was buying you drinks all night.
All right, and you'd be the one paying for it all.
Yeah.
Then he would use his mind powers to talk you into trying to pick up the chick at the bar and just humiliate yourself.
Yeah.
It turns out that woman at the bar is really just a bowl of peanuts.
He's like, wait, why am I buying you? You're rich. I think I got rich. Am I buying drinks, everybody? No, you stupid motherfucker.
Why is your Professor X Rick James?
Because he is. That's why.
I never should have given you mutants' powers.
All right, I thought of a great one. Getting drunk with Beast Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Turn into a dog. Turn into a bird.
I'd go for it. Beast Boy would be fun to get drunk with.
Beast Boy would be pretty interesting to get drunk with.
You got to get into the whole age issue there, but he turns into a dog. Technically, he's...
Well, I mean, Beast Boy in the cartoon is a boy, and of course in the comic book he's an adult.
Yeah. I know him mostly from the cartoon, though, so...
Yeah. But yeah, I would not want to get drunk with...
I wouldn't want to get drunk with Batman.
I was going to say Jason. I would say Jason Todd. He seems like he would just be a mean drunk. Like he'd just start shit with you. Be like, no, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go throw a punch at me. No, go ahead. He was like,
"You will start shit."
He was like, oh God, man. It's like, I can't believe I gotta go back to work on Monday. It's like, oh, what is this? Is it hard pushing papers around? You ever been beaten to death with a crowbar? I'm like, oh shit, this again? Yeah, this again. And then Batman saying it's not good enough. I don't want to use guns. And it's like, you're not part of the family. And then see how easily you can be replaced, huh? And you're like, jeez, where's Jason Todd be a shitty drunk.
See, the one I'm thinking about now is Gladiator. Because, he's only as strong as he believes he is strong. As long as he has confidence, he's super strong. So is he a confident drunk, or is he a Debbie Downer drunk? That is the question.
Just a weepy drunk.
See, I would not want to get drunk with Gladiator, because if he's drunk, and then I'm drunk, and then I'm going to take advantage of the fact that he's not, he's doubting himself, and then we'll arm wrestle, I'll win. Then the next day, when we both sober up, well, that's my ass.
See, you need to cut a part out of that. Saying when he takes advantage and just, leave it at that and then come back to the next part of the segment.
Yeah, this will be an editing heavy episode.
What can I make him say?
Yeah. When it benefits you, it's okay to do some editing. But other than that, no. Okay, thank you.
I'm glad it only took you like 90 episodes to catch on.
What about Rhodes? Rhodey.
Oh, Rhodey.
Yeah.
Nah, Rhodey wouldn't be that fun.
He wouldn't be, exciting or anything.
I'm thinking of someone who would be fun to get drunk with, do party tricks now. So I did the Beast Boy, and I'm kind of stuck on that now.
Yeah.
I'd love to get drunk with the Green Lanterns, make a boat. Make my ex-wife. Make my dead dog.
Ambush Bug could be kind of interesting.
Holy shit, I'm sorry. I was just thinking, do you ever think, I'm a Green Lantern, I'm out in space, I'm fighting some kind of space thing, I haven't been home in a while. Can I use that ring to create myself like a Green Lantern, real doll?
Yeah, get with the real dolls!
Well, I can't create a real person, right? I'm sure I'm going to create an inflatable one, but if I'm going to use my ring to do something, I'm going to make it as realistic as possible,
Is this an ongoing joke about real dolls?
He banned me in Season 2 from talking about sex robots until Season 3, which we're now in, so...
Oh, okay.
Wow, you didn't waste any time, did you?
Man, you're the one who initiated this.
No, you didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to make a comment on it. You could just let it go. But no, you just had to now the door's open.
You initiated.
The one thing I always remember about sex robots is Jason X and Jason X.
Yeah, the detachable
I just want nipples.
Yeah, we've talked about her many times.
She was in Andromeda. We were talking about that earlier, too.
Throw her off the ship! Throw her off the ship! Throw her off the ship! So, let's see.
How about Angel? Would he be fun to drink with?
Warren Worthington?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, no, he's a rich boy. Then you see, so he gets drunk, he starts talking about, all these, I could buy and sell you, and then, of course, he'd want to drink all the high-end stuff, that you can't afford. He wouldn't pay, he wouldn't buy any shots for you because he's a dick.
Morph.
Morph. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Turn into Nicolas Cage.
That's pretty much all I would do with it.
All right, turn into a cross between Nicolas Cage and Batista.
God, that would be amazing.
Yeah, this would be this. I think this would make a great zine. Would be just getting drunk with superheroes.
Yeah,
just because. Okay. This is who I want to get drunk with. Constantine.
Really?
Yep. Because Constantine would drink a little bit and he'd be like, "Hey, you want to smoke some weed?" And then that would give me an excuse to smoke weed. But I was hanging out with Constantine. You can't say no to him, right?
Wait, I couldn't say no to him. Did he mess with my head?
Yeah. So you know that it used to be. I'm not sure if it's still canon now, but it used to be that Constantine had a perpetual marijuana plant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a gift from Swamp Thing on his birthday. There's an issue of Constantine where it's his birthday, and people show up and he gives him this perpetual marijuana plant.
Nice.
And Alan Moore, if I'm not mistaken, Alan Moore has a brief cameo in it. He's just a guy in there.
Now, who the absolute worst person you're drunk would be? Brent Castle.
Oh God.
Again, that's like another Red Hood situation. That's what you put Red Hood and Frank Castle together in a bar getting drunk, and it's like, yeah, well, they shot my whole family. At least you had a family, and I was an orphan, stealing tires from the Batmobile.
My concern is that would be the moment that you find out that, like, Frank Castle is really, like, racist or something. You're like, you know the thing about Chinese people? Fuck them, that's why!
The only thing they do is make good guns.
Who would you want to get drunk with from Street Fighter?
Blanca?
I was thinking Zangief.
Zangief would be pretty good.
Yeah, Zangief he'd just be so happy.
Yeah, Zangief would be pretty good. Dalsim could be pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I actually remember more of that clip. Wait, what? What am I looking at?
What was it, the caption thing?
Yeah, the work balloon.
Yeah, what the hell? Stealing car tires, buddies. Oh. I actually glazed over that second line like 3 times.
Yeah. Now, is that just stuff that you found on Reddit, Turk? Or?
No, I made those.
Okay.
Who else?
Oh my god.
If I found him on Reddit, I would have found him incredibly racist.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, I made a bunch of them.
Yeah, we've talked about doing an entire comic like this.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just took some, was it Batman Adventures issue? What is it? I didn't post all my Instagram. I only posted one because the rest of them were kind of rude.
Yeah, kind of dark.
Yeah,
Want to get canceled?
Number 408. It's when Batman finds Jason Todd stealing the tires off, stealing tires off the Batmobile, and I just kind of put some additional captions to them, and made it my own.
You know, the funny thing is, we're talking about who we like to get drunk with. I don't even drink.
I drink, but I don't drink to the point of drunkenness.
See, if I do drink, I drink with a purpose, and that's to get drunk. So I only do it like once, maybe twice a year. Sometimes between 2 or 3 years, I don't drink.
Yeah, see, I don't like the feeling of being drunk. So I mean, I do it for the taste. I actually really enjoy the taste of.
Dude, I worked at one of the best breweries in internationally ranked, and I still don't like beer.
Wow! Oh wow!
It depends on the beer. I actually sometimes like a really dark, heavy beer, like a stout. There's like a chocolate stout I had once. What's your problem?
Which caption is that one?
It's the one.
I have a bit of a dark sense of humor, so that just really hit the right buttons for me.
It's the one where Batman finds Jason Todd's body. And he feels the fault pulse, and he's like, "Oh my god, he's gone." And I recaptioned it for the 4 panels where it just says a faint pulse, barely alive. Fucking clown can't do anything right. Yeah. And he's like hugging him tight to his chest. He's like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep."
That was my favorite one. That was my favorite of the
Now you see why I laughed out loud like I did.
Go to sleep, go to sleep. Fucking clown can't do anything right.
We just hate him. I just hate Jason Todd so much.
Did you tell him about the Robin drawings?
Which one? And that one.
So, when I guested on Turk's other podcast, In the Gutters, we were doing an episode just discussing our favorite iteration of Robin. And, of course, the consensus there was everybody hates Jason Todd. So, so Wallcrawler, the co-host for In the Gutters, did a really nice drawing of Damian Wayne. Looks super good. So Turk was like, "Hey, do you want to draw Carrie Kelly? Because that's my favorite version of Robin." So I drew Carrie Kelly, and he was like, "Yeah, I drew Jason Todd. It was just a chalk outline on the ground."
I forgot about that. I still have like the little thing I drew, and every once in a while, like look over and see, like, "Oh yeah."
Wow.
It was great.
I hate Jason Todd.
Now, what would you pick? What Transformer would you pick?
That's not fair, man. Because they can't get drunk.
Neither can Bender, technically.
Yeah. Grimlock would be pretty fun.
Grimlock would be fun.
Grimlock would break something.
Yeah.
What was the Perceptor? The super fast guy? Talks like a million. Blur, yeah.
Cup would be awesome. Because he would get drunk. He'd just start telling you all his old war stories.
Yep.
That would be the best.
I don't know. I mean, I like Hot Rod, but I don't know if he'd be fun to get drunk with.
Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime?
I call him Hot Rodimus Prime.
Hot Rod is pretty... I mean, I kind of like just the initial Hot Rod. I mean, I don't know if he'd be a fun one to get drunk with. Frog Thor. How would he be to get drunk with?
Throg? Wait, are we talking about the version where it's Thor who got turned into a frog? Or are we talking about the version of the frog who found a shard of the stick and turned into Throg?
I'm thinking Throg.
I don't know if frogs can actually ingest alcohol.
We could find out.
Oh man!
Let's do a Kickstarter. Find out.
You wanted a was it a teleporter you wanted, or was it a dimensional hopper that you wanted?
You said dimensional hopper, if I remember correctly, for your list.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking Lockjaw would have been kind of awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can dimension hop or if he just teleports. Oh, Black Bolt would be awesome to get drunk with.
No, he might say something.
I know. What? And then it would be funny because you know when people get drunk and they can't control the volume of their voice,
Oh,
and he's like he would telepathically say that we don't want to wake up Medusa, and he'd be like shh, like half of Atlanta's gone.
And then he starts singing really loud. I'll tell you who'd be fun.
Not going to bass. Like, oh damn!
I mean, you'd have to kind of work around the whole underage thing, but the Ninja Turtles would be fun to get drunk with.
I see. I could get drunk with Raphael. Oh, I got
He'd
it.
start a fight.
Uatu.
Watu. I know that name.
The Watcher.
Oh, Watu.
Because then he was just
I
like,
can tell you some stories
thank
now.
you, Sid, man. Yeah, that would be it right there, man. It was like he's like all the things that I have seen. Let me tell you.
You know, one time back a million years, we found this underdeveloped race and we gave them nuclear power.
Yeah.
That's a real story. So yeah, let's give them power so they can be self-sustaining. Oh, they wiped out civilization with nuclear bombs.
Oh, so yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to get drunk with Raphael specifically without having the others there, because he would definitely start a fight.
How about just Michelangelo and Raph now? You kind of need all four to balance each other out.
Yeah.
No, I don't need Leo.
Guys, I think we've had enough sake.
And knowing him, he'd be drinking like light sake. I gotta watch my carbs.
Dude, what was it? The last animated movie, The Different Ninja Turtles?
Turtles Forever?
Yeah, going Kevin Smith in it. That was still like one of the best Ninja Turtles fights was the Night Thrasher versus
the TMNT one. Oh,
yeah, TMNT.
Yeah, the Amaji.
Yeah.
We love that
shit.
one.
Yeah, that was so good.
That was such a good fight. It was worth spending that much money on that movie just to see that fight.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah. I've watched that so many times.
I mean, I love that. Like, whoever said I wanted to be led? It's just, that's so awesome. I love that movie. And then, like, when Raph, like, breaks his swords and there's that moment where it's like, like, oh shit, what have I done? But at the same time, he's like, I beat you. I fucking beat you. Just like I knew I could.
It's like, wow, yeah.
Yeah, I like everything about that movie. That was so far ahead of its time.
I couldn't drink with Duke Nukem.
No.
It'd be interesting.
God, dude, man, you really pulled one out, man. Duke Nukem.
That's one of those things where I would agree to it and then regret it pretty much instantly.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, where it's
Let's
like...
get drunk. Okay. Oh, God.
It's like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and then he's like one beer, and he's like, let's go scam some chicks! It's like, oh, fuck me, this is gonna suck.
I don't even know where I pulled Duke Nukem out from. It just kind of popped into my head.
Doom Guy would be pretty interesting to drink with.
Doom Guy doesn't talk, though.
There's that.
See, I think the problem with both Duke Nukem and the Doom Guy is that you're assuming that the shit that they've done is real. But as far as you know, they could just be like drunk and hallucinating. And next thing you know, you're in a bar with him and like, there's demons everywhere. He's like shooting the place like, oh shit.
There's pigs. Oh, wait, those are cops, not alien pigs.
So Doom Guy is just the crackhead behind the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got a chainsaw, motherfuckers! I got a chainsaw!
He probably just has like a piece of like a broken pallet and he's just making it by himself.
It's like Gosukashi.
And then Duke Nukem would be in the strip club, and he's like, hey, pay! I'm Duke Nukem, bitch! And like, Duke Nukem would be basically like the "Smack My Bitch Up" music video.
Yep.
Like, that'd be it. Like you think you're having fun, but you're just getting kicked out of every place and then throwing up all over. And then like you go home and they're like, "That fucking sucked." And it's like, that asshole. And then next morning he's like, "Dude, we had so much fun last night." You're like, "Don't call me anymore."
It's kind of like a picture drinking with Wayne Brady would be like. It sounds like a great idea at the get-go, but the Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Yeah, no.
It's like a fun alien.
Alf.
Alf
Alf would be awesome to get drunk with, except I'd have to hide my cats.
Yeah, no, I could see Alf getting...
Change subject.
What's that?
Change subject.
Change subject. Why?
Because if you're done, gonna say something really wrong, that's why we need to change the subject.
I'm just gonna lean into this now. I can see Alf as being a lot of fun to
You're such an ass. God damn, I fucking hate you. Oh.
Turk, you got something you want to contribute? Or?
No, I do not. Thank you very much.
Which character from G.I. Joe would you want to get drunk with? Roadblock.
No, I was gonna say Bazooka.
Oh,
Bazooka,
brothers?
total.
No, Roadblock and Barricade Brothers? Dude, it's been a long, long time since I've watched G.I. Joe.
That's so fucking lame. I'm Roadblocks and my brother's codename is Barricade.
Oh, yeah.
That's stupid. You know there's a G.I. Joe guy named Hit and Run. And, and on his card, his parents were killed in a car accident.
Oh, my God. That's horrible. That's horrible.
That just tickles my dark sense of humor right there.
Wow.
Where are we at, Acomi?
We are well on our way to making this a two-parter. We're an hour and a half in.
We are so far away from what we actually started with.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, but, I think we can, we've discussed our superhero teams. I think we can just keep going with the whole drinking conversation, honestly.
But,
Mario or Sonic? Which one would you rather get drunk with?
Mario, 100%. I love Sonic, but
I just want to see him run really fast drunk.
That would be hilarious.
Except for he would keep running and drinking all your drinks real quick. And...
Kind of like Brian on Family Guy when he got the super speed.
No, well, I changed my mind. Sonic.
Okay.
Yep.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Because, think about the way Mario does all of his jumping and spinning in, like, Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. That'd be hilarious to see drunk.
Well, see, I was thinking that
It'd be like
whenever...
watching Danny DeVito fall down the stairs.
Like, whenever I needed to, like, buy some more drinks, I just, like, bump into Sonic and you spill a bunch of rings and I just grab him like him. I think this will cover it, sir.
Yeah, Mario, ride Yoshi drunk, do it.
It's not illegal, there's no engine.
I think Luigi would be a great drunk. I think he'd be one of those guys just sit there in the corner and just get all, like, sorrowful.
Yeah.
Wouldn't talk.
He'd get weepy.
Yeah.
Wario would be a fun drunk.
Wario stinks, though, because he has a gas problem. Man.
Yes. Yeah, Wario would be... That would be rough. Waluigi, no, I would never get drunk with Waluigi. Because he would just be pure evil.
Oh, Rocky or Bullwinkle? Nah, they're a duo. You got to drink with both.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't see either one of them like me. Oh god.
What was that one cartoon we were talking about the two Indians?
Go Gophers?
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. We should drink with the Gophers.
God, that cartoon's so racist. I love it.
It really is. I'd never even heard of it until I think was you or Gary who pulled that out.
Have you ever seen Go Gophers?
I think you've shown me some clips from it.
Where the two Indians and the one they're gophers and they're Indians and the one just goes and they go, what him say? Goes him say. It's so racist, but it's so funny.
It's so bad.
Go Gophers! Watch them go! It's so awesome.
Would you guys rather drink with the Gophers or that weird Eskimo cartoon that like nothing was animated except they had like live action?
Oh, the one
lips?
from Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Clutch Cargo?
Yeah, Clutch
I
Cargo.
remember that one.
Oh, that Paddlefoot, he funny. He think Totem Pole alive.
Because I'm pretty sure I'd have to go with Clutch Cargo, honestly.
So, in the early days of Conan O'Brien, he used to have, this early days, back when Clinton was still president, he would have Bill Clinton on the show, and a monitor would drop down from the ceiling, and it would just have his face with, like, the animated mouth, and he'd be like, hey, Conan, what you got in that mug there? And he's like, is that cocoa? Let me get some. He put the cup up to, like, the monitor, and you see a tongue go, Oh, that's good. It's so damn funny.
That joke's funny to us, but I think it might miss on an audio crowd.
Yeah.
Well,
we
then
do
they
this
can
a
just
lot.
go to fucking YouTube and pull up a clip of Conan O'Brien and Bill Clinton. Just that's like back when you said the pimp robot, and he's like, "Where's my bitches?" You know, that kind of stuff.
Night of the Pimps.
Which version from any movie, Keanu Reeves? Which version would you want to get drunk with?
Ooh.
Not John Wick,
No, it's too no.
Sean Wick would be terrifying to get drunk with.
because he would just get that 1,000-yard stare and wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, was it Bill or is he? No, it was Bill. Yeah, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill from Bill and Ted.
No, he's Ted.
He's Ted. I thought he was Bill.
I think he's Ted.
It's been a long, long time since I watched those movies. But Keanu Reeves from the Bill and Ted series.
Because I feel like Neo would be a no-go.
Yeah.
Neo would be a little too emo.
He would just look at you like, does this beer really exist?
Yeah, he'd try to wax philosophical.
You think you're getting drunk right now?
There is no beer.
Because you drink it all.
So no, not Neo. Definitely not John Wick. Trying to think of some of the other stuff he's been in besides Bill and Ted.
That's it, isn't it? No,
Yes, he's been in 3 movies.
Johnny Mnemonic?
No.
No, I'd say Bill and Ted, Keanu. Probably be the best bet.
Point Break?
Oh, Johnny Utah. Maybe. I think he might. Johnny Utah might just be a fun drunk.
Yeah, he just seems like a normal guy, honestly.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some other good ones. Constantine?
Well, we kind of already had that conversation.
I'm just saying,
Drunk
technically, he
Constantine.
was
I mean,
Constantine.
he was.
Technically, yeah. I could go with that. He's kind of a badass in that. But then that would mean living in Constantine's world.
Yeah.
So...
Have you seen the Constantine animated movie, the last one they came out with?
I think I've
I have not.
watched the first half of it, but the second half wasn't out yet when I watched it. Because it was like minisodes, if it's what I'm thinking of.
No, this was
It's like the City of Fallen Angels or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I watched it as a whole movie, and the ending of it is like, it goes to this whole thing, and in the end, you're like, yeah, Constantine's a bastard. You know,
Yeah, he really is.
Even when he does something that seems like it's good, like he's a bastard. So no, I wouldn't want to go drinking with him at all. No, neither version, neither the Keanu Reeves version, the animated version, the comic book version. No, done.
That's fair, I guess. I'd still do it, but...
That's what she said. Let's see. I'm still trying to think of other versions of what other roles that Keanu Reeves has played in.
You know what, we can IMDb this.
That takes the fun out of it.
It does.
I'm a quitter when it comes to this kind of thing.
Not River's Edge. Wasn't he also in like My Own Private Idaho? Not that one.
I know he was in that movie where, like...
Isn't he the one where the mailbox where they're mailing the letters back and forth through time?
That was
it
Keanu?
the Lake House? Summer House, My
Lake
House?
House, I think.
Yeah.
I know he was in that movie where those 2 chicks seduce him and then they try to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit movie. I mean, it's a remake, but the reason I say it's a piece of shit movie is that the girl. First off, this is just me. So the girls show up and they're like, "Oh, we're roadies or like whatever for this band, and we got separated somehow, and it's raining." And okay, so the one of them is Anna de Armas, or the girl from she's in Knives Out.
Yeah.
But
Still haven't watched that yet.
yeah, it's a guy I just watched it the other day. It's really nice. But she's in that, and of course she's in Blade Runner. She's in War Dogs. Super cute, and of course now she's dating Ben Affleck, which I really want to hate him for stealing my girl, but he's Ben Affleck, so I can't hate him.
The only thing I hate him for is his tattoo.
Which one?
That back tattoo.
That was real?
Yeah.
And you see, that's another thing that I believe that she must be an incredibly sweet, just great girl, because she's dating him in spite of that. That apparently doesn't even come to mind. But so I'm like wow, that means if she can overlook that, she can overlook probably all my flaws. But anyway, so she's in it, and the other girl, but they show up at the guy's house, and of course they're barely wearing anything. They're soaking wet. He takes them in. They lets him shower and dries their clothes and all that. He's being kind of the perfect gentleman, and he thinks he's like an architect or some shit, but he used to be a DJ, and so they kind of have fun, and then they keep trying to seduce him. He keeps saying no, and then they finally end up seducing him, right? two hot young chicks or whatever, and he's, and then the next day they're like, oh, it's like, we're here to get revenge because you're a piece of shit for cheating on your wife. It's like, well, wait a minute. I turned you down multiple times. You kept insisting. So if you're here to decide whether I'm a good person, that's like your whole trip.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that scene from was it Batman Forever, where Batman Returns,
Batman Forever,
and then Batman and Robin, right?
Yes.
All right, so Batman Forever, where Two-Face, when they attack Wayne Manor, which is so fucking stupid. Nobody fucking goes trick-or-treating at Wayne Manor. You gotta go up this long-ass hill, plus they have a gate that surrounds the place before you even get to, the house itself. Who owns the gate?
You know the part that upset me the most? If you look at the candy that Alfred has in the bowl,
I was gonna bring that up.
It's bite-sized. It's not even full-size candy bars.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the fact that Alfred slides the candy bowl away from the door when they're pushing the door in after they knock him out. He's supposed to be unconscious and he moves the bowl.
Okay. I think that's because he knows that Bruce has a sweet tooth and he's got to stay physically fit. So if he has full-size bars in there,
okay.
Right? but so then the bad guys show up. And I'm like, okay, again, who goes trick-or-treating? And then what kind of, okay, fuck all that. Two-Face sits there, and he's pointing a gun at Bruce Wayne, and he keeps flipping his coin until he gets bad heads. That defeats the whole purpose of flipping the coin. If you're just going to keep flipping until you get what you want.
I think he was do I stab him?
No.
Do I shoot him?
He's pointing a gun at him when they're in the staircase, and he points the gun, and he flips the coin, and he's like, I can't do it. So then he points, and he's like, let me flip it again. No, I still can't do it. That's, no.
I always thought Robot Chicken did it the best. Do I have to pee or poop? Flip the coin. All right, do I wipe? Fucking A.
So,
That's what you come up for Keanu Reeves movies.
Anyway, so getting back to the whole thing, right? So the girls in, they want to they're like, you cheated on your wife and everything, and you're a horrible person. You're not a good man for doing this and all that kind of shit. And then they start trying to make his life hell. I'm like, okay, I live pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. You guys are like drifters. You do realize that I can kill the two of you and bury you, and no one ever fucking know you're here.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do that. I'm like, why not?
He's not a murderer.
I don't really give a shit whether you're a murderer or not. These two people have come in here. They came in here purposely to ruin your life. And you're like, I'm not a murderer. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Mm. And then when they try to kill him, now it's not murder. It's self-defense. But they end up killing him and they win. I'm like, oh, fuck that. That movie's such a piece of shit.
Speed. He was in Speed.
Oh, yeah, he was on Speed. I forgot about that. Got him an adrenaline junkie in that one.
No, I would definitely have a drink with him because he's a cop.
There's a lot of movies I don't recognize here, like the Neon Demon.
Never even heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yes, fairly new movie. I didn't even know he was in that.
The Bad Batch, Quantum is Calling. There's a lot of stuff.
Are those even out right now?
2016.
He was in that one where he replaced his family with robots that came out last year or year before.
He was in 47 Ronin. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't that.
That's a lot of sake.
That is a lot of sake.
Never actually had sake before.
It's good.
It depends. If you get the cheap stuff, it tastes like shit. But if you get a really nice bottle, it's some of the best alcohol you're ever gonna have.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, do you do it warm or chilled?
Warm.
Yeah,
I like hot sake.
Yeah, we had it warm. We went to a really nice ramen bar in Maryland. And yeah, we got one of their premium bottles of sake, and it was just amazing.
The one in the one in Raleigh, the sake was good. Mm-hmm. The ramen was okay.
Yeah, the ramen was all right.
Did we get ramen or did we get sushi?
Ramen.
Okay, ramen.
We did sushi here in town, I think.
Yeah. No, we did ramen. We did ramen with a little a sushi appetizer.
That's right. And yeah, they had that thing of they had some kind of sake challenge where they would bring out 7 different kinds for you to have to try to finish off, and we talked about doing that, but we decided against it.
Would you rather get struck with Picard or Kirk?
Picard.
You think Picard?
I'm thinking Kirk.
I'm kind of thinking Kirk.
I'm saying Picard.
I'm pretty sure he would pick up enough chicks to where you could at least have some leftovers.
Now, are we talking about Picard with a little bit of bullet thrown in from American Dad?
No. That's too hardcore for me. Even a little bit of bulk is too hardcore for me. I'm telling you straight, because Picard will indulge sometimes, and
Kirk just seems like a party guy. I mean,
he's too much of a party guy. He's like a frat boy in space. His dad totally owns a dealership.
Let's see. Keanu was in Street Kings, The Lake House. Oh, it's Scanner Darkly.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Scanner Darkly. Oh, God, that movie's so messed up.
It's actually kind of hard to watch. So many colors.
The ending is horrible.
Kevin got that Blu-ray for me for Christmas one year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Very random.
It's a good movie, but the ending is so messed up, man.
I've got the book. I just haven't read it yet.
Is that Philip K. Dick?
Yep.
And what's really weird is at the end of Scanner Darkly, the credits are like, I didn't need to see that. Didn't you see that either? At the end of it, it's like they have a trivia memoriam to like all the people that died, and I don't know if these are real people or if they're just fictitious people from the movie. Because it's all about they're trying to find this drug that's being manufactured, and then they go undercover.
And he's like super deep cover, so
right.
Yeah.
And but I tell you, the greatest thing is Woody Harrelson and Robert Downey Jr. in the house. Their interactions together are hilarious.
So this movie has Keanu
and Winona Ryder, I think, is in it.
Robert Downey Jr. and Woody Harrelson. I do need to see this then.
And now
it's live action, but it's not live action.
It's rotoscope.
Okay.
Was it Richard Linklater, I think, did it?
Yeah, I think
so. Nice. Okay.
And the rotoscope is good. There's this part where he wears this suit that it's like a camouflage suit, and it just is taking like thousands of people's faces and then just mixes up the features like randomly.
Yeah.
Because he has to go talk to like a class or school or something like that, and he's undercover, so he wears that suit. So he's just constantly like doing that to keep his identity hidden. It's
trippy.
Yeah.
Oh, Keanu was in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, because he got a lot of shit because he didn't have an English accent. He could not carry an English accent, and people kind of really made fun of him.
That is actually probably my favorite Dracula movie, though, honestly.
It's a damn good movie.
Really, really good Dracula movie.
Technically, the BBC Dracula is closer to the book, but I really like that one because the stylization they did.
Yeah.
Well, Roberts loves the Spanish version of the old, like, Universal Dracula.
Uh-huh.
So when we have him on the show, we'll talk to him about that. But apparently, when they were making that one, was it the Bela Lugosi Dracula? They were filming that one by day. They were making this Spanish director was making a Spanish version by night on the exact same set using the exact same script.
Oh, wow.
And so they filmed these back to back, or like together at the same time. And he can tell you the whole story about it, but he's like the difference in the takes by the directors are interesting. But using, like I said, using the same set and everything else.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
I like that. Did you guys hear about the Hungarian Dracula? I think it's Hungarian. It was some foreign language Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Like it might have been Romanian or something. It was some other language. They took the Dracula novel and they were like, "Oh, nobody's doing a translation of this in my country, so I'm going to do it." And they translated it, had it published. It just went. Thing is, nobody in the publishing house spoke English and could confirm that this was an accurate translation. Turns out this guy just wrote fucking fan fiction.
Are you serious?
He wrote his own story about Dracula.
I think I've heard of this story before, actually.
Yeah, and so, like, people only recently discovered this and translated it back to English, and apparently it's supposed to be a really, really good novel.
Now, is he the same guy that whose mom restored that picture of Jesus?
I gotta see who actually did that, but I don't remember what language it was. So,
all right, which version of Samuel L. Jackson for movies would you want to get drunk with?
Ooh, that's tough because he's dangerous in a lot of his roles.
I was kind of thinking the guy from The Hitman's Bodyguard. That's the most recent one I watched.
That's an interesting take. I'd probably say Frozone.
I would not want to get drunk with the Samuel L. Jackson from Jungle Fever.
Nope.
He's a crackhead.
Definitely not. Jackie Brown.
Wouldn't want to do Pulp Fiction either.
No.
Yeah, not the one from not the one from Time to Kill. No.
Maybe Mace Windu.
Nah.
Did you really need to drink all those beers? Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Mace Windu.
How about the rich guy from Deep Blue Sea?
A fucking shark ate me. Wait. What are we drinking?
What do you want to drink?
I want to drink
Tequila.
Sam Jackson.
I was going to say tequila.
The Chappelle Show with Sam Jackson Beer.
Oh, was it?
Oh yeah.
Samuel Jackson Beer. It'll get you drunk.
Oh, it's Icelandic.
Oh, Icelandic. Oh, so it was written by Bjork.
Yeah. The first line is "You're standing on my windpipe." No, so apparently he subtitled it "Powers of Darkness," and now everybody's just acknowledged that it's not real.
Well, it's okay. You know, Dracula fell in the freedom of use a long time ago.
Yeah. Motsmirkrana.
You're just making up words now.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
When you trying to like free the Necronomicon?
Trying.
Makmukrana necktie. Right?
Yeah, this was 1897. This guy translated it and just like
He used air quotes, people. Yeah, that he was doing Little Bunny Foo for I don't know which one.
Air bunnies. Yeah.
Okay.
So like this guy just got famous and basically retired off of this book, claiming that it was a translation of the actual Dracula book, and no, it was just his own fan fiction. I love that.
Maybe that's what the chick from Twilight was trying to do. I'm just translating this from English back into English.
What the chick from Twilight was trying to do was just be a horny creep.
Well, she was also super religious and had no idea how vampires worked when she wrote the books.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for not knowing how vampires work.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's like I don't.
But they sparkle.
If you don't know what a fucking vampire is, then why are you trying to write a story about a vampire?
That's yeah.
Like, what made you think that was a good idea? Like, I don't know anything about vampires, but I want to write a story about vampires. Like,
I mean, my main character's Korean. I've never talked to a Korean person before. But
I think I think she was making up words and didn't realize that vampire was a real word until she published her novel. Like, so these don't really seem like anything like vampires. Well, of course they are. I made it up. Like, no, vampires they're a real thing in existence. Oh, then it's my take on vampires.
the best take on Twilight I ever heard was that a high
Book
school
burning?
girl has to choose between necrophilia and bestiality. So
Yeah.
that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You know, I
I never watched all the movies. I think I watched the very first one, and that's all I watched.
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to watch any of them.
I always give Twilight a bunch of shit because their werewolf isn't really a werewolf. He just turned into a wolf. But I'm like, but then the wolf from American Werewolf in London just turned into a wolf.
Mhm.
But he's a badass, demonic-looking wolf. He's not like, you know,
Well,
he's just...
traditionally, it's just like lycanthrope means to change one's skin, so you're literally changing your skin to another beast skin.
Oh, well, I guess every time you get a tan, then look at me, I'm a lycanthrope.
Does that mean Trump is a lycanthrope?
No, Trump doesn't have any hair.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, you have to get hairy. Is that it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I've been going through a change slowly here.
Ah.
Kind of a fuzzy bastard.
Oh.
Or I'm a Sasquatch, I'm not sure.
Well, it could be a suit.
Do all pictures of you turn out blurry?
I don't show up. I'm a redhead, man. I have no soul, so I don't show up in pictures.
Then you're probably a Sasquatch. That makes sense.
Man. See, now, if you were a Sasquatch vampire, you never get a picture of you.
Maybe all Sasquatches are vampires. That's why we don't get pictures of them.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a bear that got bitten by a vampire because there's nothing else around, and that's what it is. That's it. We've solved the mystery there.
We have. That's us. That's why
Would you
we're
rather get drunk with Leprechaun or Chucky?
Leprechaun. Just because I'm extremely phobic of Chucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's afraid of dolls.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories behind that.
I would pick Leprechaun just because it's Warwick Davis.
See, I think I'd have to go with Chucky
Really?
because the Leprechaun is so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because he's going everywhere. He's like, I need me gold, but none of them have his gold. None of them have his gold.
Yeah, but if you hang out with Leprechaun, you can introduce him to Lucky Charms.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna make him happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Didn't they do that in the
delicious.
first movie?
Did they?
I think it was an off-brand, like Lucky Charms, but...
Yeah, no, like, when I was a kid, my family went to a video rental store
I'm sorry.
frequently.
That'd be like having like Chinese people over to your house and you serve them like top ramen, right? I mean, like that's really just gonna piss them off. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Video rental.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've told the story a million times on the podcast because I always have to explain to people why I'm afraid of dolls because if I don't explain it, it just makes me sound like a pussy. So,
Dude, Chucky frightens the hell out of me, too.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
So, yeah, I was like probably 3 or 4 or something like that. We went to this video rental store and they had like a life-size poster of Chucky and it like had...
Life size was 2 feet tall.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I was 3 or 4. I was 2 feet tall.
I was a boy.
So, like, that already scared the bejesus out of me, so I'm trying to stay away from where this poster's hanging, and happened to round the corner into the horror section where they have one of those life-size Chucky dolls. And so, of course, I just had a fucking meltdown there in the store, and that just kind of cemented in my mind forever that I was...
Dolls are evil.
Yeah, that I was never going to be able to be in the same room as a doll, and I haven't gotten over it since then, so...
And that's why he has a big deal with sex dolls and real dolls.
That's one reason why. The big reason why I don't like the idea of sex robots is because I work in IT, and I've seen machinery fuck up enough to know that I don't want to stick my dick in it.
Again, they don't have to move and stuff. They're not automated. I keep telling you that.
So what's the point, right?
What's the point?
I don't understand why you think that they have to be able to like do is it time, master? Like,
I built a Fimbot. First question to the audience: can you fuck it?
like,
No. Oh, bye.
There goes your funding.
which position would you like me in? I can get in doggy or missionary. Would you like me on my knees?
Yes, do me, Richard.
Wow.
See, you know, it would be like, it'd be just my luck that you'd have to like type it all in for them to say, and it would be like limited to like number of characters you put in there,
baby,
and it'd be like, and I'd want to be like called like his like, yes, it was like insert the name you want the Fimbot to call you. It's like Master Associate, and be like, come do me, Master Ass. Be like, no. And then I gotta call like the company and be like, yeah, so how do you reset that? And it's like, okay, so
there's a tiny button in her butt. You gotta take a thumbtack and push it in.
Dude, I've been jamming shit in her butt all day. It's like, yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that here, but I can reset it for you. So just tell me what's your current username? It's
Need your IP address here.
Master Associate. That's actually too many characters there. What does she actually call you? Want to change Master Ass? Yeah. So yeah. As opposed to me doing that, I would just live here, just be like, yes, Master Ass. So that would be my luck. That can.
No, so you're breaking it up wrong. It's yes, Master Ass.
Yeah. If only she would have that pause in there.
It's just the Microsoft Melissa voice.
You ever caught yourself just cursing out your voice, the Cortana or whatever you have on
Oh,
your...
Yes.
Yeah, I've said things to Siri that I would never say to a human being.
I've often said, like, I'm fucking not talking to you.
But yeah, I mean, the worst thing about doing a sex robot is that, you know, you're right in the throes of passion, and then halfway through you hear this. And you're just stuck forever.
And then she locks up on you. I'm stuck.
That's why you use lube.
You know, I think my thing with my sex robot would be like, she'd be there like my Lars and Real Girl, and I'd be talking to somebody, and all of a sudden she's just like, boop, did I hear you say you want head? We're like, no, that's not. Or would say something really weird. It's like
Odd question. Where do you plug the doll in at?
Probably something I'm thinking the base of the neck.
I was thinking a tail.
No, that'd be interesting. And okay, I guess this is the big thing now. It seems like so many things are powered this way. Would she have an actual plug, or do you think she'd be USB?
Do you think she'd just be one of those pads you just set her on and let her charge on?
Just a charging
Oh, yeah,
dock.
charging pad.
Yeah.
So here's the bad thing about
Wow,
having...
we went to talking about superhero teams to getting drunk, and now we're talking about sex dolls.
Again, welcome to the podcast.
Okay.
This is pretty normal for us.
This is the bad thing about having an automated sex robot. All right, again, we're back to this again. Fucking season 3. I should have said season 4, but anyway, they always tell you we all disobey this rule, but they always tell you don't use your devices while they're charging. You're not supposed to use your phone while it's charging. You're not supposed to, use your tablet while it's charging. Your laptop and stuff like that are different. But I'm pretty sure that your sex robot, you're not supposed to use it while it's charging. But I can guarantee you that none of us really want to wait that hour.
God, if it's
God, you're going to overcharge the battery. You're going to have to leave it plugged in all the time.
Yeah, if it's a lithium battery, it could just blow up on you.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Haha, she blew up on you.
Oh!
Now, see, the optimal thing to do would be to plug her in at night, because, like, after I'm done, I don't really necessarily need to have her laying in bed with me, right? So I can plug her in at night, but then it's like after I'm done, I got to get up, take her over to the thing, and then I got to plug her in. It's like, okay, now I'm awake. That defeated the whole purpose of what we just did here.
See, I think the worst part about having a sex doll is the cleanup part.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got this hose. Let's just shove it up there in your crevices and turn it on full blast.
Well, see, this is what I was thinking, right? Like that part would be like you could just like detach it.
Like a fleshlight?
Kind of like that. So you have like a couple of them. So I can detach this one.
All right. I want a woman who's had one child. I want a woman who's had no children.
Not like that.
I want a woman that's had eight children.
Sir, you're at 20. But no, I'm saying like it's kind of like having a replacement battery, So I'm going around. I got my video camera, and I'm gonna have a battery already set to charge battery, so I can just swap that one out, right? So it's like I already have one here, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's where the battery pack is. You just take that thing out, and I can plug that one and charge it. I got a fresh one. I just take it in there, slap it in, and then we're good to go.
Like loading a freaking gun magazine.
Right.
So I found a random show from my past on YouTube. You ever heard of Rodney? You know who Rodney Carrington is?
I know the name.
I know the name.
He's a comedian that does all the dirty songs like Don't Look Now, Mama's Got Her Boobs Out and stuff like that.
That guy, yeah.
He actually had a sitcom?
No.
He had a sitcom that was called Rodney that lasted 2 seasons. It's about him, his wife, and his 2 kids.
God, that sounds terrifying.
It's like they said some jokes that you just cannot say nowadays. I was just like, have you ever gone back and rewatched some of those old sitcoms? Like,
oh, geez.
Wow, they can say that?
Oh, yeah.
Even something like the Golden Girls, there's jokes where it's like, whoa, that wouldn't fly now.
Oh, dude, Golden Girls. I never was a fan of the Golden Girls.
Oh, really? I'm a fan.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I see that a lot, even in movies and like that. It's like, whoa, you can't. And it still seems so kind of harmless to, when you look at it, it's like that would not fly nowadays. Mm-hmm. Not at all. No way.
Yeah, like at one point he's performing for a gay club and they all think he's gay. It's like, I don't think they can get away with doing that nowadays.
Yeah, probably not. Not at least not in that fact. They'd probably have to tweak it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just wanted to bring up old shows. I've been watching that one for the last week and a half.
Yeah.
Finished it up last night. It's like, have you just ever gone back and rewatched one of those old shows?
I've tried to.
Don't say Friends. Friends does not count.
No. There's only a couple episodes of Friends that I watched. And it's one of those I have to actually purposely go look for it. It's the one where Joey and Rachel swap books. That's my favorite episode of Friends.
I remember that one.
Pretty much the only thing I watch these days is The Office.
Never watched The Office, but I make That's What She Said jokes all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we do too.
Well, okay, so in the Friends, Joey and Rachel swap books because they're talking. She's talking about how Little Women always makes her cry, and he's talking about he can't ever get through The Shining.
Oh.
And so they decided they're going to swap books.
And tell each other about them?
Huh?
And tell each other about them?
Well, because he's like, oh, I'm sure I could read your book without crying. She's like, well, I'm sure your book's not that scary. So they swap books. So when he goes to give her a copy of the book, he goes to the refrigerator, he goes into the freezer, she's like, why is it in the freezer? He's like, well, whenever I get scared, I always put the book in the freezer, right? So they're swapping books and they're reading, they're talking about different parts of it, and then it gets to this part where, Joey's reading, she's like, Joey, you okay? He's like, well, I'm reading the book and there's, the one character's sick and the other one doesn't think that she can save her, and she's like, Joey, do you want to put the book in the freezer? He's like, uh-huh. It's so funny. That's the only one that I really I can say offhand that I really like. I watched it back and forth when it first came out, but then now I can't. It doesn't really appeal to me.
I've never watched it.
I've watched Friends. I liked it when it first came out. Rewatched it this show's stupid. Dharma and Greg liked when it first came out. Realized how dumb it was.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, I just always hated that show. God, I hate Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's got some. It's one of those things where you have to catch the right episode to really kind of like bring all the characters together. The episode, the season where George was unemployed. So the very first episode I ever saw, and I remember I saw something that it was like, oh, it was like a classic episode. It's coming on. It's, you gotta watch it. It was the masturbation episode.
Oh, where they all swear off it?
Yeah.
That's the one I always hear about. And like
the best thing about it is they make the bet that they're not gonna do it, right? And and then Kramer like leaves. He's gone for all of like 60 seconds, comes back and he slams his money on the counter and goes, I'm out. It was like that fast. That one and the one where Jerry is doing the interview with the girl on the college campus, and George, I think it was George, bought him a new phone that had like call waiting, but it doesn't work very well, and so he's supposed to meet the girl at the diner, and there's these two girls sitting in the booth behind them, he and George, and they're listening to the conversation. And of course, since he's the comedian Jerry Seinfeld, they're like, oh, they should listen to the conversation. Like, well, let's have some fun. So they start just making stuff up and making these comments about Jerry being gay, not realizing that the girl is the reporter. So then she reports that he's gay. Oh, and he's like, no, I'm not gay. We knew that you were listening. So he's talking to her on the phone, and then George calls, and then he switches over to her, and then he's like, no, I'm talking to her. Like, and then he's like, so did she believe you're not gay? He's like, yeah, I think she bought it, right? So then he goes back to her, and she's not on the line. He goes back, he talks to her, and he goes back to George. And when he's on hold, you can hear things on that the other people are saying. So she thinks he was lying about not being gay, and it's this whole thing. That, and then I think my other absolute favorite episode is the one where George is trying to get a job because he's unemployed, and
is this after the Yankees?
I think this is before Yankees.
Okay,
and he tells him, he's like, hey, if I put the application out there, and I told him that I'm currently working Vandalay Industries, right? I gave him
number.
I
remember that episode.
Do you know this one?
Yeah, you've told me about that one.
I love that. He's like, Vandalay Industries, say Vandalay Industries.
Running out with no pants on.
And he's like laying there with his pants on around his ankles, and Jerry's like, and you want to be my latex salesman?
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the other one is when Kramer breads himself the hot coffee, and then Jackie Childs. He goes to see Jackie Childs, the attorney.
Did I tell you to use bomb?
Right.
I did not tell you to use bomb.
I told you to put the bomb. I tell you to put the bomb on. Oh, the maestro told you to put the bomb on. And that's Phil Morris, who is Cyborg's dad in Doom Patrol.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Whose father used to be on...
Dude, Doom Patrol is like the best show out
Mission
right
Possible.
now.
I think it was Mission Possible he was on. Wasn't Mod Squad.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, The Office is good, but you've got to kind of, like, fight through the first season. Once it hits season 2, then...
I'm just not crazy about the whole mockumentary style.
Yeah.
Except for the Muppets. That got away with that. That's a pass. Because that was hilarious.
Yeah, it can be a little bit, like, pulls you out of the immersion a little bit right at first, but it's also a really good opportunity for comedy because of the way they do fourth wall breaks.
Did either of y'all watch the show Stark Raving Mad when it was coming out?
Yes!
Okay.
Oh, wait. Tony Shalhoub and Neil Patrick Harris, right?
Yes.
Yes!
It's like no one else seems to remember this show at all but me, I
It
feel
was
like.
hilarious, man.
Oh, dude, it was so funny.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it.
So, basically, Neil Patrick Harris gets hired on to be an editor for a horror book writer, but he's like a germaphobe and all that. And they just screw with each other
and
constantly.
his girlfriend is super uptight. Like, for her birthday or her anniversary, she wants flannel pajamas.
It's like a mom gift there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it only lasted like one season.
It's like one, maybe two, I don't remember, but yeah.
It was really funny.
Hey, who stole all the hair out of the shower? I was going to sell that on eBay.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad that somebody else has seen that. Stark Raving Mad was the shit.
I was just curious. I was like, oh, there was an episode where they go to a party and like the guy who's hosting the party, everyone says he's not gay, but he's so flamboyant they think he's gay. And he has these two fish in an aquarium. Oh, dude, it's hilarious. It's like they put the fish in the wrong aquarium, the fish kill each other. It had some dark moments.
I'm a huge fan of Just Shoot Me.
I like certain seasons of Just Shoot Me.
It's one of those, like, on my all-time favorite, like, old school, like, TV series is Night Court.
Yeah, we've had conversations about Night Courts a couple times.
Night Court's really good.
But I love Just Shoot Me and News Radio. News Radio always make me laugh.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of some of the other, like, old shows that no one really remembers anymore. My Name is Earl was always one of my personal favorites.
I watched like the first couple seasons of that, and then I just kind of dropped out of it, and I never went back, and I never had a reason for not going back.
They didn't finish the series out. It kind of ends on a cliffhanger.
I started watching Parks and Rec, and I actually dug that, but it's one that I will watch randomly, but it's not one that...
Parks and Rec, that's back when Chris Evans was fat, right?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yep. Fat Chris Pratt.
Let's see... Scrubs, I went back and watched that.
Scrubs, it was okay. It wasn't everything everyone raves it up to be. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it wasn't this phenomenal thing everyone said it was.
I kind of dug it. You know, there's apparently like a fan theory out there that the janitor isn't real. It's all in the kid's head.
Yeah, technically, first season when they were first writing it, that was the plan. But then they realized, like, wait a minute, JD's a healthcare giver. We can't have him having a nervous breakdown and seeing imaginary things. So then they decided to make the janitor a real person. Because you watch first season, he interacts with nobody but JD.
Huh.
Yeah, and he
That's
just
really
screws with him the
interesting.
whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's really
Have you ever seen
interesting.
Scrubs?
No.
No.
See, I was more into that 70s show in that time era right there.
Oh, that's 70s.
I never watched that 70s show.
I liked it. Good old stoner comedy.
Maybe that's what I just didn't like about it.
Oh, you know when they were doing test screenings, the original name for that 70s show was Teenage Wasteland. But when audiences were coming out of the place watching it, they couldn't remember the name, so they just kept calling it That 70s Show. And that's actually how the name came to be.
Wow.
Did you know that when that was really popular, they tried to make it That 80s Show?
Yeah, I know, it sucked.
Yeah, I heard about that 80s show.
And I really don't understand how you can mess that up. That 80s show just kind of writes itself, but you have to remember that it's a completely different tone than that 70s show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so...
The 80s were a more flamboyant time.
Yes.
I think for you to make an 80s show, you really have to push the envelope, and you'd have to have you'd have to maybe do it Friends style, right? Where you've got all these really kind of different personalities, and like the only thing that really kind of like the only reason all these people are friends is because most of them went to school together, except for Joey. You know, other than that, everybody, well, Joey and Phoebe, those are the only two people that don't already know each other,
Right.
You know. Right. But you do something like that, but you've got to put in the stuff from the 80s that are like, you know, like the linchpins of the 80s. Someone has to be a cokehead.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, someone has to be the new wave, like, you don't know this kind of music stuff, you know, and you've got to have those different archetypes there interacting with one another. If you just try to make them all like the same, like, oh, we all like, you know, this kind of music or the 80s bands, it doesn't work.
Right.
You got to have someone that's like still trapped maybe in the 70s, and you got to have somebody that will refuse to give up, you know, the short-lived punk era, you know, that kind of stuff, and that's how you make it work.
Yeah. So, we are 2 hours into this recording session, so I think we've got 2 full episodes out of this.
Okay.
But,
I don't really know how we're going to... We don't have a break in it either. I hate it when we don't do breaks.
No, we do a break from the superhero teams to the which superhero would you drink with. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, but we didn't do like an opening, like, you know, that kind of a break.
Nobody listens to this podcast anyway, Turk.
No, we
I don't know how to tell you
We had that
this.
one guy in Paraguay, remember?
Well, that's true.
Well, I don't know, guy. It could be a woman. We have that one person in Paraguay.
He or she will be very understanding if we don't do
They may be non-binary.
They. Zay? Is that the current one?
What?
I thought it was Schlee.
Schlee.
What? Oh, fuck all that. I'm not doing that shit. If you don't want to be called a he, that's fine. You want to be called a she, that's fine. I'll give you a they. But I'm not going to start combining shit together.
Yeah, that was like the newest thing was like Z and Zay.
It looks like some kind of goddamn alien name.
See, I was
ZQWZAY. Like, no.
I was just thinking of Futurama when they met the alien Schlee.
And it's like, now people are like, their like gender identification is going to look like mixed sex picnic. Like what? You got all these, like the M represents male, then the G is like the gender, and the F is female. I just put them all together because I'm all those things. Like, no. You are who you are. I'm happy with who you are. Just, if I can't call you by your name, then like, you. That's it. You. That's what it is. From now on, no he, she, they, it, you. Just
Are you
you.
keeping this part?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Just you.
I think that's a good ending spot right there. Just you.
And on that note, bye everybody.
Bye, you. They might not want to be called everybody. I'm non-corporeal now. I don't have a body.
I don't identify as corporeal.
Oh. That was fun.
All right there, folks. That was Our Moms Think We're Funny. Let's give them a hand.